What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the big fight, the big venue is being built over in Saudi Arabia for December 7th. Rematch, unification heavyweight rematch between Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz Jr. is the current unified Mexican heavyweight superstar. Anthony Joshua is the former unified British heavyweight superstar. This is the biggest fight of 2019 thus far, right? On paper. Why? Because nobody expected, very few people expected Andy Ruiz Jr. to do what he did against Anthony Joshua June 1st at Madison Square Garden in New York, New York. Very, very few people expected that performance, right? Not too many people expected that performance. So, a lot of people, like myself, feel like styles make fights. And I feel like Andy Ruiz's style is all wrong for Anthony Joshua, right? I feel like his quick twitch muscles and his reflexes, his boxing reflexes, is going to prove to be too much for Anthony Joshua once again. This fight is not that far away. It's actually right around the corner, to be exact, if you want to be truthful, right? The fight is right around the corner. Undefeated Olympic bronze medalist, WBC American heavyweight champion, the longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing currently, outside of Mr. Gary Russell Jr. at featherweight. Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, will be fighting next Saturday. Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz are exactly 2 weeks after. He fights on the 23rd, they fight on the 7th of December. So this fight is right around the corner. The venue is a little more than halfway built, you know, and so I believe Andy Ruiz, the only way Anthony Joshua wins this fight is if Andy Ruiz gets the same letter Sergey Kovalev got for Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's what I believe. Because I believe that styles make fights. Antonio Tarver had Roy Jones Jr. number. He just had his number, right? Orlando Salido had Juan Ma's number, Juan Ma Lopez. Orlando Salido had his number, man. Nothing he could do. Juan Ma had tons and tons of skills, was dominating the smaller divisions, was on par to have one of the biggest fights in boxing against Yuriokis Gamboa. He couldn't get past Orlando Salido for nothing. Orlando Salido had his number. It's just some guys just have your number. Vernon Forrest had Shane Mosley number in the amateurs and in the pros. Tarver had Roy Jones number in the amateurs and in the pros. So it's just some guys that have your number, right? And I believe that Andy Ruiz Jr. has Anthony Joshua's number. But if Anthony Joshua is going to be successful in this fight, he cannot garner what needs to be done in one training camp. He needs to work on his quick twitching muscles. He needs to work on his stamina, right? And I'm sure he's doing so. But one training camp is not going to do it. It's just not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. One training camp is not going to cut it. So unfortunately, I believe that Anthony Joshua is not going to be successful. But if Anthony Joshua fights tall, makes it a very, very boring fight, jabs and holds, same game plan I told you that Sergey Kovalev needed to implement against Canelo Alvarez. Jab, jab, make it a very, very boring fight. Jab, jab. Once he gets close to you, tie him up. That's another shortcoming Anthony Joshua has. And I know people are going to say, oh man, this dude don't like Anthony Joshua. It has nothing to do with liking Anthony Joshua or disliking Anthony Joshua. It has everything to do with matchups and styles. Styles make fights. Okay? Anthony Joshua does not know. He has not mastered the art of tying up. Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, they mastered the art of tying up. Right? Big guys that have trouble tying up, Frank Bruno, he had trouble tying up his opponents. That's why he was getting destroyed on the inside like he did against Mike Tyson. Right? From a distance, he can have success. He let Mike Tyson get on the inside, and Mike Tyson destroyed his kitchen. You let him get inside your house, and he's going to wreak havoc. Anthony Joshua cannot allow Andy Ruiz Jr. to get into his house, because once he lets him in his house, he's going to wreak havoc. And unfortunately for Anthony Joshua, he hasn't mastered the art of being able to tie up when a guy gets in close to you, a smaller guy. That's the reason why Anthony Joshua continues to let you guys know that he doesn't like to fight short fighters. But now, I've talked to many people and they feel like the fix may be in. I don't know how true that is, because I don't believe Andrew Ruiz is at that point in his career like Sergey Kovalev to just accept walking papers. I don't believe that. So Anthony Joshua needs to jab, 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 straight right, tie up, hold, make it a very boring fight, lean on Andy Ruiz, but you got to tie him up successfully. You got to tie him up with his arms. You have to tie up his arms. You can't just grab him by the, his shoulders and by the back of his neck and try to hug him. No, it's a technique to it. It's a skill. So you have to tie him up by his arms. You have to hug. You have to secure his arms, so that way, because Andrew Ruiz is very, very clever on the inside. He's very, very clever on the inside. So he's going to let his hands go on the inside. Whichever arm you allow to be free, he's going to use that arm to score points, if not a knockout, and wreak havoc in your house. You let him get into your house, and he's going to wreak havoc like a termite. Once you let them in the house, bed bugs and termites. Once you let them in the house, and I'm not saying Andy Ruiz is a bed bug or a termite. I'm using an example, right? Once you allow them to get in your house, they start to wreak havoc, right? And sometimes some people got to move because you can't get them out. And here's the situation with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. Once you let a shorter fighter get into your house, meaning Joshua, they wreak havoc. And it could be all she wrote. It spells disaster for a tall fighter. That's why Vladimir Klitschko was getting knocked out by lesser competition. That's why Lennox Lewis at times would get knocked out by I seen Rotman and Oliver McCall, guys like that. Right? Corey Sanders having success against Klitschko and things like that, right? Because you allow those shorter fighters to get inside your house and they're gonna wreak havoc. Point blank and period. And so the way Anthony Joshua will be successful outside of, the underlying stuff that we say that goes on in the sport of boxing, the way you do it is you box tall, but you have to successfully master the art of tying up. It's not about, I'm going to tell you guys, it's not about the conditioning, it's about technique. Jab, 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 and jab and know your range, know your distance. Because you cannot use your jab against Andy Ruiz Jr. You can't use your jab against Andy Ruiz Jr. From a distance that he could counter you. You have to know your distance, right? You cannot use, I'll say it again, you absolutely cannot use your jab against Andy Ruiz Jr. from a distance where he could counter you. Because he's going to do just that, counter you. And you're going to be what? In trouble. So this fight right here for Anthony Joshua is all about the shoulders up. The rematch for Anthony Joshua, success, is all about the shoulders up. It's all about what he has learned from the shoulders up. Meaning up here, up top. That's what this fight is all about. What has he learned from the shoulders up? And we're going to find out December 7th. Easy fight for Anthony Joshua. Jab, jab from a distance that you know Andy Ruiz can't counter you. When he does get close, don't use your jab. Use the art of tying up and make it boring, but tie up both his arms so he can't use them. Make the referee break y'all up. Don't jab on the break because he will counter you on the break. Right? Clear distance, clear space, back up, give him space, make him work to get to you again. Use your jab at a distance he can't counter you. Simple. Once he gets in, then you use the jab enough where he makes a mistake, then use the right hand. Bam! Other than that, haka, haka, from a distance that you know he can't counter you. That's the way you do it. So this fight for Anthony Joshua to win is from the shoulders up. Has nothing to do with stamina, has nothing to do with power. It has everything to do with technique and the shoulders up. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share this video. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.